Hi, friends. Joey on the Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel. Welcome to the station, my own TV station up here in the mountains. Special weather statement for Vancouver has just been issued. And you know what? I got a big windstorm coming up to the Peace tomorrow, so I expect more special weather statements are going to get issued. But we'll knock this one off while it's here, and we'll try to keep up to date as we can as we go through the day. Okay, let's go. There it is. This is bad news. My God, falling out right now. Anything could happen. Get on! Wow. I'll watch the video later. They try mopping this. Special weather statement for the middle of Vancouver Island. That's for you, boo, and all the center of the island. Okay, so center of the island. A special weather statement there. Fraser Valley and Vancouver Island. This afternoon, early this evening, a vigorous front will cross the south coast today. In the wake of this front, strong and gusty southwesterly winds will develop in the afternoon. Localized wind gusts up to 80 kilometers an hour can be expected. The winds will ease this evening as the front moves into the interior. Loose objects can get thrown all around, people. The warmest and wettest and windiest time period for the next several days is today, coast, and tonight, the interior. And for the Peace, Friday. Potent low makes landfall on the central coast and quickly moves into northeastern BC by Friday morning. It's coming for you, folks. It's coming right at you. Freezing levels drop behind the cold front. An unstable, moist westerly flow keeps the rain, showers, alpine flurries flying on the western coast mountain range tonight. Freezing levels drop Friday and even more so Friday night over the interior. Okay, it's going to get a little chillier, but aside from some lingering flurries first thing Friday morning, precipitation mostly will dwindle off as we come in the weekend. There'll be some scattered precip out there, but nothing major is coming after Friday, no. Cold upper trough swings through the province on Saturday, bringing scattered numerous rain showers to the alpine flurries, the Cascades, Monashee, Selkirks, Purcells, and southern BC Rockies. So that's gonna continue on through. There is a risk of a thunderstorm forecast there for Friday afternoon, so that's interesting. Of course, we'll be talking about this and all that and more tonight on the Meteorological Report, so make sure you join us here, Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel. We'll be talking about all this stuff with Frankie McDonald. I know Brandon Houck will not be on the show tonight. We will be using his time period to talk about his new action figures that are hilarious. And so I said, sorry, Brandon, you know what's going on is the Brooks Bandits are in the playoff run right now. And that makes life like a real grind for Houck because he's doing morning show and he's helping produce Brooks Bandits hockey games, right? So he's very busy. Okay, bam, slammo, there it goes, and then it goes off into the Peace. And that's kind of your deal, and then some lingering crap through the weekend. Yeah, nothing major, sure, some lingering crap, and then a clearing. Oh, nice clearing Sunday. North Coast gonna be taking it hard. Hattagawai taking it hard. Cloudiness increasing on Monday. But all in all, we're not looking like anything too crazy coming until next week sometime, maybe Thursday. On the BC coast today, precipitation rates pick up as the funnel system slams into the BC coast. Looks like Vancouver Island will be taking the brunt of it. That'll be heavy precip over the south coast ranges, maybe 50 millimeters in some places of water equivalent. Freezing levels will range from 1,500 meters over Vancouver Island, maybe slightly up to 1,800 meters by sea to sky if you come to the mainland. Locally, higher precipitation amounts possible for western Vancouver Island. Expect strong to extreme southerly ridgetop winds. Strong to extreme. Higher freezing levels for eastern Fraser Valley, but lighter precipitation amounts through the day. Moderate precip near Bella Coola, with rates picking up in the afternoon. Could see 25 mil water equivalent there at most. Forecast for the next 12-hour period. And freezing levels spike up to 1,500 meters. Precipitation arrives on the north coast this afternoon. Rates pick up in the evening, so it's gonna get messier there for a little while on the north coast. And meanwhile, in the interior today, high pressure ridge is beginning to break down. It's not much of a high pressure ridge here, I'll tell you. It's been pretty much cloudy and crappy the whole time. It snowed last night here. What do you expect? It's the mountains. It gets that way. However, so the northern half of the interior, it's breaking down, allowing the warm front to spread light precipitation into the Caribous and North Rockies. That's what's been going on here, right? So strong to extreme southerly winds push freezing levels to 2,200 meters by late afternoon. So that's going to be a bit of a warm up here for us. It looks like, what are we at right now? 3.7 degrees Celsius. It is not really warm. Mostly dry and warm south of Revelstoke for now. Moderate to strong southwesterly southerly winds push freezing levels to 2,500 meters for the Monashee, Selkirks, Purcells. So warm. Things are melting down there big time. A few flurries for the Yukon this morning. Alpine, temperatures rising to near zero in the afternoon. Anyways, for the coast tonight, precip blankets the coast from Shames to Coquihalla tonight. tonight, widespread amounts 15 to 30 mils of water equivalent are forecast. Some of that in the higher country will be falling as snow, of course. Freezing levels fall to 1,000 meters. So anything above 3,000 feet, it's going to be snowing if you're going over mountain passes and you're coming into precip. Winds snap to strong, gusty southwesterlies once the cold front passes. Okay. In the interior, widespread precipitation, but moderate, not much, 10 mils at most, probably 2. Spreads to all interior ranges as the cold front dashes through the province. I mean, it's been preciping here, but nothing, it's not really amounted to much despite all the kind of just miserable bland weather we've had. The North Rockies near Pine Pass may see up to 15 mils of water equivalent. Ridgetop winds are strongest in the northern half of the province, and that's what's coming to you guys. That's what's coming to you is strong. If we go to day 2 and have a look and just try to see what we get at this impression, you can see where the low is moving off through, and that's going to be our windy area, okay? So the BC coast is going to see flurries continue in the moist, unstable onshore flow on Friday, right? And could see trace precip, maybe 10 to 15 mils in some of the western slopes of the central and north coast mountains. Freezing levels climbing down there. Going to get warmer. Most flurry activity tapers Friday morning in the interior, but instability may produce isolated scattered flurries for the mountains, so convective squalls. Freezing levels 1,500 to 2,000 meters over most of the interior ranges, but much, much warmer down the Kootenays boundary and all those areas. So that's what we're looking at. The big one we're concerned about is the winds coming in, right? So we got strong winds. This is a wind map. It shows you where the strong winds are going to be. Should get windy today through the interior. Friday, though, the big deal is going to be up on the Peace side. Look at there. Boom. Going to be some wind up there. Unfortunately, this map doesn't do well to show that side of the mountains. So let's have a look at this windstorm right now. Long Beach seeing 65K. That's pretty strong winds coming up from that. Typically, that's southeasterly winds are when it's going to be real strong. The low is situated just below Haida-Gwaii, seeing gusts of 80 up there. Got a ship reporting 59 kilometers an hour. Further up the coast, a little bit of this and that. But look at these. This is the windy area here. So what we're going to do, this is wind gusts on here. So let's not get too concerned yet, because this isn't steady winds, but you could see winds of this magnitude. Boom. So here's where they start to show up on Thursday here this afternoon, maybe gusting to 70 this afternoon in the South Caribou. Power outages maybe. Yeah, it's possible today. Could see some of these turn into some real power outages. Of course, up the coast, just blasting. I mean, you're kind of used to that, but look at this. Out in Bella Coola area, that's some gust, man. That's some big winds, over 100K an hour off the coast there. Out to Bella Bella, maybe 75s, 80s. I mean, whoosh, whoosh. So this is looking like more of an event now wind-wise in the interior than maybe... And I'm the guy who made a forecast video saying wind event coming to BC, but I even underestimated 100-kilometer winds offshore. That's crazy. I don't know why there's no special weather statements up there yet. Look like here in the Caribou, I mean, it's quiet right now. It's still, but we could see some 70s, and 80s in the Caribou Mountains on the question. The question is, when does it really pick into high gear? Okay, wow, look along the coast there. If you go Francois Lakes and south of, some strong winds coming through there. And now we see it starting to stack up Friday morning in the Rocky Mountains on that Peace River side. That's south of the Peace River there, but 79s, 80s, 80s. And higher. Going to see some real big winds down there. So everyone in the Peace, be ready for power outages. That's going to get nuts tomorrow. It's going to get really wild. You're going to have some really big winds, especially in the south end of the Peace, looking really good. And then you're going to take a jaunt over there, Peace River, Grand Prairie, Slave Lake, almost all the way to Fort McMurray, seeing those winds as that low drags out to the Alberta side. So I'm concerned that we're going to see power outages and things like that over the next bunch of days in the interior. And I'm concerned that maybe that is even going to be the case here, right here in Wells, where maps are showing now maybe stronger winds than we expected. So windstorm on the way, friends. That's what I got to say for today. Actually, I got lots to say today. There are more videos coming out. And of course, there's the podcast tonight at 6:30. Do like, share, subscribe, come along by, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.